Hello my friends, welcome to this video, and I'm going to talk to you about books today. More specifically, why you should consider reading some more books, because it's great, trust me. Before this video begins, you're probably going to think, oh, we took some B-roll from the snow in December. No, this is yesterday in April. It's snowing in April. It never snows in April in my country. Well, I think it's snow. It might be cocaine that someone's dropping from the planes, but I don't think it's that time of the year yet, sadly. I have people come up to me and say, I don't like reading books, they're not fun. I read a book in primary school and I did not enjoy it at all. And I'm like, okay, sure, you might have not enjoyed that book in primary school, but that doesn't mean every book sucks and is stupid and not interesting. Because in the world there are millions of books. Books have been around for thousands of years, they have taught us so much, they have been able to pass knowledge to other people, and they're just so much fun if you find the right one. So how do you find the right book? Well, I recommend trying out a website like Goodreads. That's a good place to start. You have a bunch of reviews there from other books, from people, and it gives you a nice overview of what possibilities there are. You can do fantasy, you can do self-development, you can do history, you can do thriller, you can do so much things with books. There are so many options, and I'm sure there's a good book out there for you. Because there's this famous quote by J.K. Rowling in which she says that if you don't like reading, that just means you haven't found the right book yet. And I agree with this on so many levels. A good place to start if you have no idea what interests you is to just pick out a couple of random genres that you might think you have an interest in. Pick some of the most popular books of them. If you go, I want to read fantasy, try some Harry Potter, try some Lord of the Rings, try some of the Witcher's books. They're also pretty cool. There's something out there for you, I promise you. Now, onto the video's topic. Why should you, the viewer, read books? Well, right now the world is kind of a mess. You know, there's still COVID-19 pretty much everywhere, and it sucks, and we can't travel that much, we can't see our friends, we can't see our family. It's not a nice situation to be in right now. So books help us in many different ways. Books can help us to travel to places where we have never been before, and we will never be even. Books can show us new perspective, they can show us new characters, they can help us empathize with people. There's so much you can do with books, and there's so much you can learn from them. And so my number one main reason for reading a book is just for fun. Have fun. That's the most important thing. If you don't have fun when reading this book or a book, then it's probably not a good book for you. Then you need to swap and find something else. And I'll probably make another video on how you should pick books and a more in-depth guide of it, but I just kept it short and simple today. So just have fun when you read, okay? Like, make a nice cup of coffee, some tea, sit in a nice comfortable chair in the sun and just read a book. Put some background music on. If you can't put music on, just don't do that. And have fun. That's all I can say to you now. And if you find it hard for you to read a book and not be on your phone, try and put it on airplane mode for a bit. Try and put it on the side. Try and focus on the book for 5 minutes. And if you don't like it after that, well, take a break. And books can also help you relieve stress. It has been proven that reading a book relieves 68% of your stress and anxiousness, which is incredible. It relieves more stress than taking a walk, drinking tea, or listening to music. It is so good for relieving stress, so you don't need to take drugs or something. Read books. And for this effect, you don't even need to read much. Just reading for 5 minutes a day can induce this effect of calmness and peace in your mind, because it's a pretty stressful time right now, especially for some people. And maybe the last thing on their mind is reading a book. But if you just take a couple of minutes a day and try it, maybe you like it and you will have some peace of mind and some quiet for a while. It's like video games, for example. People play video games to just escape the daily life for a bit, to just be immersed in a different world. Well, books work exactly the same way. They can show you different perspectives, they can show you a world that you never knew existed, which is very awesome. Except, of course, if reading a book also means reading books about like biochemistry, and you don't like that, then you're probably just going to want to end your life, and that's not where we want to go, is it? And an obvious reason, of course, to read more books is to acquire knowledge. That's like also one of the primary reasons to read books, especially books about like history, self-development, practical things like how to fix a tire or something. That's all practical knowledge and all helpful. So knowledge is very powerful. In life, people can take away things like a job can be taken away, your family, your friends, they can die, which sucks. And all these things can be taken away from you, possessions, but knowledge cannot be taken away from you. It stays with you. It's a very valuable thing. And if you can receive this knowledge through reading books, watching videos, or anything else, then that's very valuable for you. If you can just learn a bit every day, your life will increase tenfold over the course of time. People think that when they stop college or school, that the learning ends. But no, you need to keep learning every day by reading books, watching videos, doing your own research, and it's really going to help you, especially if you do research on like things that will make your life more comfortable, make you a more wholesome person, and it's just going to improve your life, trust me. And I'm not only talking about like practical knowledge and knowledge to help you, but also knowledge to help you understand other people better. It has also been proven by studies that reading helps you become a more empathetic person. It helps you understand people more, it helps you see their point of view and how they are thinking. Because when you read some books, you see some characters and you see how they react to certain situations, and it will help you react to your own situations, to other people's situations, which is also a very valuable skill. The skill to socialize with people and to connect with them is so underrated, especially now with COVID. We don't have this contact, so we're kind of losing this touch. So it's good to brush up on this skill and to read books about it and to learn about it, which will help us if the pandemic ends, of course. It's also nice to build some good habits during this pandemic and turn a negative situation into a positive one. We have more times on our hands because we're at home a lot. So it's the perfect time to start reading. It's a nice habit to start because we have all had some bad habits during this period, I'm sure. Gyms have been closing, we can't play sports anymore, we can't see our friends and do fun stuff with them anymore. So we're kind of indulging in these pleasures that aren't really beneficial to us. Like I myself have even done this. I have, eaten more bad foods. I'm not doing as much sports as I was before the pandemic, and it can bring you down. But some other habits and some changes in your mindset will help you in the long run. Especially if this pandemic lasts for another year, that would suck, right? Except for us introverts, we know what's up. I was literally reading a book on how to influence people and manipulate them and become more social and stuff, which is pretty interesting. That's like one of the books I was talking about with the social skills. So I really recommend you to do this. Try some genres. It will help you understand the world, because the world is barely understandable, and the more you read, the more you will realize how little we understand of the world and how much there is to read and to know, which is very humbling. The world is crazy. So in conclusion, I advise you to read some books. Pick up some books you have at home. Try it a bit, try it a couple minutes a day, and it will help you. A couple of minutes, it's not that long. You can do it. I believe in you. And if it's not going to improve your life, I will sell both of my kidneys. I promise. So sit back, put on a little background music, grab a nice book, and try it out for a couple of minutes. Try it out. If you like it, you can do hours if that's what you're into. But take some breaks, make it enjoyable, have some fun. And that's the main thing I want you to take away from this video. Have fun. Make your life during the pandemic more enjoyable. That's all I can say for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. The channel is pretty fresh. So yeah, see you next time. Hope you enjoy your week. Try out some books. See ya.